I don't have any face value. People recognize me through my page. They don't know who Hrishiraj is. I've never been in front of camera.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is one of the first ones that you're putting out.
Yes. But we were not earning much because if there are three chatty buddies, how work will be. There's no work. There's only fun and those kind of things. You don't need an agency. The reason is, if you are with an agency, you are stuck with that agency getting clients for you. And even if you go and approach other clients, you get more deals, still you have to pay a fixed commission to that agency who is managing. For first 3 years, I created a video every single day. I didn't take any day off. I went to honeymoon and I was creating reels.
Welcome to the First Row podcast, Hrishiraj. It's a pleasure to have you. Pixoury is what you are famous for.
Yes.
पिक्सुरी की कहानी क्या है यार?
पिक्सुरी की कहानी बहुत लंबी है. पिक्सुरी के पहले भी I started digital marketing company. It was called Brand Up Solutions. So me and my two chaddi buddy friends, we started it. उसके पहले I did international business. I used to create a lot of presentations for my university. So I thought of polishing the presentations better, making them feel like lively and not boring presentations that we see. So I started learning vector art through YouTube and other random tutorials. So that is how I started designing logos for friends and family, and it was working out. So we started Brand Up Solutions. But we were not earning much because if there are three chatty buddies, how work will be. There's no work. There's only fun and those kind of things. So later I thought of creating something which is mine and which is more professional, which has more something which is not just any digital marketing company that we see. We can't do anything in India. Usually we start digital marketing company. So then I started Pixoury, but it was really difficult for me to get the name trademark. So the CAs advised me to get a name which is abstract and not used in common English language. So that is why I chose pixels and a lot of pixels that makes Pixoury. So that is how Pixoury was born in 2016.
This is a very interesting lesson in giving brand names, because I was watching one of the videos where people say that if you give a regular name, it generally gets lost on the internet. But if you own a word, which like in your case, you've owned the word. So Pixoury has its own digital real estate, and no one can sort of replicate that.
Correct.
So did you have a trademark on this, by the way?
Yes, I do have a trademark on this.
I think we first met in on the stage, I believe, at IFP.
Yes.
And I remember a conversation, and you were telling that you were very fidgety and you were scared to face people.
I'm still scared and I'm still fidgety.
So is this uncomfortable for you, the whole camera
setup? It is really uncomfortable. I've never been in front of camera.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is one of the first ones that you're putting out your face for.
Yes.
That's amazing. But one of the really good things that I like is that your work in particular, which is creating art form out of Bollywood songs, that doesn't need your face to go at any point in time. The work travels, which is someone else's face, music, art form.
Yeah.
How did that idea come about? Why did this actually take off according to you?
Yeah, so as I told you, I started Pixoury. I was creating brand items. But then COVID happened. And suddenly all my clients were gone because there was no business going on, right? And everyone was in an anxiety. No one knew, what will happen. It was a strange time during COVID. So I thought of creating something which will entertain people, as well as, it will keep me busy and not think of, business going down and clients leaving me. So I started with randomly illustrating Bollywood actors, because in India what works is Bollywood and cricket. There's nothing else you can entertain people with. So then I started illustrating Bollywood songs that I liked. The first reel that I made, it wasn't a reel, it was just a video, random loop kind of illustration. It was on Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. The poem in that is To Zinda Ho Tum. So I illustrated Hrithik, Abhay Deol and Farhan Akhtar, driving. And then I played that poem in the background. It went viral and Hrithik liked it, then Farhan liked it, and that's how it blew. So people were then requesting me to create their favorite songs and favorite scenes from the movie. So that is how Pixoury started.
I mean, a stroke of luck.
That
they ended up finding, liking, and then it blew up entirely.
Yes. The reason is no one was doing that at that time, so it was quite unique. And
so you mentioned that virality was because of Hrithik Roshan liking and other actors liking. Because of that, it led to more work.
Yes.
Or it led to more you sort of making more reels? Like, what was the motivation behind
It
that?
made people, message me to create more of their favorite songs and scenes. There was no name for that, so even I was not sure what I'm doing. So I just wanted to explore that space and see where it goes.
So it was never about this could become a brand,
No,
or I
never.
want to be a creator.
Never,
There is
never,
lockdown
never.
happening, so is
Never.
there a way to monetize?
Never. It was just to keep myself busy and to create something which can entertain people at the times when it was uncertain for everyone. The times were really hard.
So because of this thought,
Yeah.
this page became what it is today.
Yeah.
And is it still the intention, or now things
Now
have
the
changed around
intention
it?
has changed because a lot of money, a lot of collabs, they change your mind, right? But it's good.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the numbers in just a bit.
Yeah.
And I think the most important part from you being a digital marketing agency owner
Yeah.
to now becoming a full-time content creator,
Yeah.
are the other aspects of business still functioning, or this
No,
is your
nothing.
main thing now?
I just do this right now, nothing else.
Is this like really
Yeah.
keeping you busy?
Yeah, because I don't have to deal with clients, for personal work. There are no revisions. I create what I like. So it's good for me, and that is why creating content is good when you are creating it for yourself, rather than a client.
That's a very interesting point. Okay.
Because then client forces you to create something which you are not happy creating.
Now let's talk about the client part, because I
Yeah.
think this is where brand deals
Yeah.
come into place. So when clients are expecting you
Yeah.
to create a certain piece of content,
Yeah.
that is a client only, right?
Yeah,
Asking
yeah,
you to
yeah,
make
yeah,
something,
yeah, but-
and they will have revisions there.
Yeah,
So
but once you become a content creator, you have a freedom to even the brands know that we should give him freedom so that he can create something which his audience can engage with. So brands don't interfere regarding the content or regarding the script of the video that I'm creating for them. They are just interested in getting their name out or promoting their song in a way that audience can go and listen. A CTA is important for them. That's what I give.
So the ones who don't know what CTA is,
Yeah.
is call to action.
Yes.
Right? So call to action essentially means what in your case?
So in my case, you can say if a music label approaches me for a song promotion, they want my audience to go and listen to that song on Spotify. That's where they make money. So it's my job to create a reel and then drive the traffic to Spotify and to make that song get more streams on Spotify. That's my job.
Interesting. So you are not just a content creator now. I think we spoke about this earlier as well,
Yeah.
that it's about distribution.
Yes, correct.
That you bring in.
Correct.
Talk to me about what it was initially, that
Yeah.
content is high value.
Yeah.
Now distribution.
Yeah,
Seems
I think
to be
it
the game.
happens with every creator. At the start, every creator thinks it's his hobby or her hobby, and then they start creating content, according to what they like. But when they realize it's not about creating content, but the business is in distribution. You don't just create content; you create content and you distribute it to the audience. You take the brand, you take the music label to the audience. That is what distribution is, and that is where you can make money. You cannot just make money with good content. You have to make good content and then distribute it to the wider audience or the target audience of the brand.
Couple of things run in my mind right now.
Yeah.
When you say that distribution is right now the whole game,
Yeah.
can anyone create any content, whether it's high value, low value, high effort, low effort, and still build distribution according to you?
Yes, if you see Instagram, 90% of the content is, I don't think it's useful for anyone, but still they have a distribution channel. But then what happens if you are creating vague content or content which is getting virality, but it is not useful or it is not something which entertains people, it's just for sharing, like tag someone, send this to your loved one or something like that, then the distribution is not as strong compared to a content creator who is creating content which is meaningful. The reason is you will just scroll through the reel, you will give the reel view, you will give the reel engagement, but you will not engage with the CTA of that reel. So you will just scroll through that account. And brands and music labels don't want that, because they want people to actually go and check out the song on Spotify or buy something from their website.
Thinking as you're telling that
Yeah.
distribution is the name of the game, but someone starts at zero, right?
Yeah.
In your case, did it start with zero? Because I think initially people liking you and then you getting virality with the first
Yeah.
reel.
Initially, the video went viral, but I didn't get any followers. So it was like 60, 70 followers that I got through that video. And even my family members, my friends didn't know that I was creating such videos. Yeah, I kept it quiet because for me it was a downgrade from running a digital marketing company to create something which is just for entertainment. So I kept a quiet kind of page, and no one knew about that. So I got 60-70 followers. But then I thought of running ads. Like I knew that somewhere I have to get audience to watch my videos. So the best way possible at that time was to run ads. So I ran ads. So I used Samdam, Ranbed, whatever I could. I used to comment on other people's content. I used to run ads. Then I used to also give other pages my content to give me credit. So that is how I started building audience.
Very interesting point. I want to unpack a few things.
Yeah.
One is that you ran ads. So that was sort of inorganic growth.
Yeah.
Second is that you could have also chosen to buy followers.
Yeah.
Did you try that route as well?
No, because the reason, if you buy bots won't engage with your content. So you will see that your page has 10k followers, 20k followers, but the engagement is 0. That doesn't make any sense. And even the algorithm, then it gets to know that the followers that this page has are bots because they are not engaging. And then they kind of shadow ban your account. So that I knew. So that is why I ran ads and
So I think the digital marketing agency background was helpful in understanding the platform.
Correct.
That's interesting. So while you were talking about understanding that you want to get more followers, you were also thinking that PR, distribution, reaching out to other platforms or other handles to get mentions is also useful. Did that lead to growth for you?
There were too many pages on Facebook at that time. I don't think they are still active now. But they were basically pages of NRI audience who like Bollywood music. So I used to give them my videos just to post it on their pages and just give. I used to tell them just give me the credit and ask your audience.
In the caption.
Yeah, and ask your audience to go and follow.
That's an interesting point. So you were not worried about people copying your content.
Yeah, because I had no audience. So what people will do by copying it?
And I'm really thinking because when you create content with heart and passion, you feel that ये कोई copy नहीं करना चाहिए. People shouldn't sort of download it.
Then you have to choose between the audience and your passion. Like there's no passion without audience. What will I do creating
That's a good point.
content and then there's no audience. At the end of the day, you need audience.
Because of doing this, what numbers you saw?
First month I had 30-40k followers. Then
did you pump in a lot of money?
No, actually 6,000-7,000 rupees, like 100-200 rupees per videos. Like.
And then because of the mentions on other pages, that got to over 30-40k.
Yeah.
And what that led to for you after that?
Then after that, Instagram launched Reels. Then they introduced licensed music through Reels. Then I deleted all the previous videos because they were violating copyright laws. So I deleted all those videos.
Even the Hrithik Roshan video?
Yes, everything. I deleted everything. Then I told my followers in the stories that I'll be posting Reels now. And that you can share in your stories. Earlier, Instagram didn't allow you to share video in your stories. But Instagram started, features like sharing reels in your stories. So now people are finding reels relatable, and they were starting to share it in their stories.
So 1 second, you had 30-40k followers.
Yeah.
You had a bunch of content.
Yeah.
And then you deleted all of it and made it zero with still 30-40k followers.
Yes.
And then you said that you are going to start afresh. With reels.
Yes.
Okay.
With licensed music.
Licensed music.
So then I repurposed those videos in vertical format because I used to create in horizontal typical YouTube video format. So then I had to repurpose the videos to create vertical reels, and then I posted that.
And when you were creating all of this, did any deals come early or did that?
There were a lot of deals, but the brands were like not, I would say something I was happy about, like betting apps to promote pages, to promote other meme pages. So I was not interested in it. And I knew I have to get a certain kind of engagement and followers to get better brands. I didn't wanted to do a lot of promotions and then make my account or page dead by posting random promos. So I focused on creating like a page with 100k followers, good engagement, and I knew then the good brands and better deals will come through.
So what was your first memorable deal that you made?
So my first memorable day was when I got call from Saregama. So it was World Music Day in like a week, and they were like, we need a YouTube video for World Music Day, and we want you to create a video which will have songs from 1950s to 2010. So for me, I used to take an entire day to create one illustration at that time. So for me, it was like 9-10 illustrations and a week to do. So still I did it somehow, and the video was approved by them. They were like, how much we should pay to you? I was like, no, I don't need your pay. I just want your feedback, because I knew they were my client. I wanted my page to align with their needs. So I was just checking what they are looking for, what's working for them and not. Then I got a feedback from them, which was very helpful for me to create new content which music labels would like.
You did that free of cost first?
Yes.
And that took about a week of effort?
Yes.
There was no incentive for you to make money, like there was no
because I knew I don't want to get stuck in deals which are not high value, because once you start accepting deals which are not high value, then you're stuck with them. Then you can't increase your commercials next day because you feel like.
But then someone will start at a certain lower level, right? Like a 30-40k follower.
Yeah, but that's their call. But I would suggest to start with a good number, because the reason is, if you start with a really low number, you start posting a lot of ads, because then many pages and brands will approach you because you are doing it for like really less amount. So you will get a lot of promotions. Then your audience, which was following you for your content and not ads, will start unfollowing you or not engaging with your content, and your page will never grow to that kind of engagement where you can get better deals. So you have to find a sweet spot from where you will plan to monetize your content. On YouTube it's different. You can just post anything and you will get paid for your reviews. But on Instagram it's only brand deals.
I'm curious because YouTube as a platform is significantly different.
Yes.
The user behavior is significantly different there versus IG.
Yes.
If there is a creator who would start today, what would you recommend they approach content creation on which platform then?
So if he or she is really good at content creation, they should start with YouTube. And also Instagram, I'll say focus on creating good content for YouTube. Then make a reel out of that video and post it on Instagram. On Instagram, it's really easy to get audience, because anything on Instagram works if you follow the trend. But then it's really difficult for the audience to go and follow you subscribe you on YouTube. So you have to find a balance where you create good content on YouTube, which is meaningful, which people watch it for like minutes. On Instagram it's just 30-15 seconds or even 2 seconds if you want. You have to keep your presence everywhere, because people will search you on Google or anywhere else, so they'll get your handles. But you need a platform where you will get faster audience, and then you will need a platform which is a long-term solid platform which won't give you faster audience, but it will run a very long time for you.
I'm also thinking that the behavior of a user on, let's say, IG with your content would be different than who would consume content on YouTube. We had this conversation where Ghibli art came in and you were getting crazy DMs. Talk about that.
So I got like more than 10k, 20k DMs. Mostly they were trolling that your page is done, you are over, because now we can do it in 2-3 seconds. Now I understand the reason behind their trolling. It was because I used to get a lot of DMs like, sir mera bhi bana do, like draw me. But they don't know that it takes me a day or two to just create one reel. So it's very difficult for me to do personal projects. So I used to not respond. But now they were feeling like we have something where we can get it done in seconds and show it to you, and now you are over. But I knew that it's not content creation game anymore, it's distribution, and I can always create better content than AI. I can use AI to make my content better.
Talk about that a little bit more. Why AI, and how is it sort of helping you or not helping you?
It is actually helping me. It makes me write a mood board for a reel better than I could. I am not good at copywriting or ideating a reel, so it helps me do that. Then it helps me imagine scenes which are not there in movies or in real life. Like I wanted to draw Dhoni playing cricket in Ranchi when he was 6-year-old. With AI, I can actually see how it must have been in Ranchi back then. So that kind of references help me in creating content.
And is it that your authenticity,
your
originality is having more value because there are so many
obviously it will always have, because if you see, saris were being made earlier They were handmade. So they had a value. Then meals came, machines came. Still saris are being made for 200, 500 rupees. But a woman would always prefer a sari which is handmade. The reason is, there's a lot of effort that has gone in. It's not mass produced. It's something unique. With AI, if you check the images, they look exactly the same. So it's being mass produced. And if you look at my reels, you will see year by year, there's a development, there's a change in every reel. So that is what a human can do. It can pour in emotions. Human can, think of something which does not even exist. AI can't do that. AI relies on the content that it has already received. Right. So I can create something which no one has ever imagined.
So earlier when you were creating all this content, when AI wasn't available, it took about a day for you to illustrate.
Yeah.
How has that time shifted?
Now it has increased. Like, it has helped me so much that I'm creating more. And now I'm taking more time. Earlier I used to create one illustration for a reel. Now I'm creating 10 frames for a reel. So it is taking more time. But actually it has, if you look at per illustration, it has reduced my time a lot.
And by how much is that now?
Now it's 3-4 hours for a frame.
And earlier it was a whole day.
Whole day.
And now that you talk about deals, and you are getting some sweet deals that you were discussing. Let's talk about that.
Very sweet deals. I work with all the music labels. Some of the music labels, they give me monthly deals, like, do 10-15 songs in a month. Some will approach, on particular days like Mother's Day or new releases. So I kind of promote them. But if you look at my page, you will rarely see a reel which will feel it's like it's an ad. Because I try to promote songs which go with my audience. There will be promotions which you will obviously find out that they are promotions. But mostly all the deals that I get are, they leave it to me to choose songs and to, the storyline of.
And when you are creating all this material, what's a conversation typically between you and the brand? What are they expecting, and what sort of deliverables actually are expected out of you?
They only expect me to create content which will go viral, and then that content will drive the traffic to their Spotify or YouTube or.
So I'm understanding, is it like one reel or one story or like
so
what is it?
Typically it's a reel because it gets shared, but then brands also need YouTube videos now, because if you look at Saregama's catalog, it's huge catalog, and it's, I think, the oldest music label in India. So they have songs from 1930s and 40s. Those songs don't have video right now. So still they want a video for YouTube. So then they'll approach me to create a video for that song which doesn't have video, but the audio is still there.
But then are you uploading it on your platform?
No, I don't, because they don't give.
Okay.
Times actually, Times music label, they give me permission to upload their videos on my page. So I do that for them. But mostly it's on the music label's page.
And I understand that there is a range of commercials that you charge. What do the numbers look like, and what kind of deals are these? You said monthly or you said one-off. So what are the numbers like typically?
So typically a monthly deal can be between 3 to 5 lakhs for one music.
With a brand, for how many songs would this be?
It would depend to 6 to 15 songs, whatever they are comfortable with.
Okay.
But it's for one label, I can say. So if we have multiple labels, then it's according to that.
Okay.
Then YouTube videos are an ad, plus to that.
So
YouTube videos
IG,
it's only for IG.
For
IG. For YouTube, typically it would be the twice the amount of the reel.
Okay, so then that number would be 6 lakhs to 10 lakhs for the same set
of
of numbers.
bulk deal,
Okay. And this is 6L to 10L plus 3L to 5L for IG.
Correct. If I am burning myself out for an entire month, then those would be the numbers. I typically take breaks.
And if you were talking about one brand, how many brands do you end up working in a month then across?
I work with 3 to 4 labels a month.
Okay. And these are all retainer deals?
Yeah, these are all retainer, but only a couple of brands, they give me a bulk deal. Most of them work with me, a reel in a month or something like that.
And what does the number changes if it's like a one reel sort of a thing?
It actually increases. If I'm doing one reel for you, I'll charge you more because it's not a bulk deal, and I don't know whether or not you will come back to me again for the same kind of work. So if it's a bulk deal, it's those numbers, and if it's a single reel, then it could be anything, whatever my mood is on that day, I'll charge.
Wow, very cool. So what is the mood ranging between?
Mood ranges between 30 to 75, let's say. 30 if the song is already a hit, let's say. If I get a Kal Ho Na Ho song. Anyway, I was going to post it on my page. So now I get a deal. So I do it for 30.
So 30,000.
Yeah, it's the bare minimum for catalog songs which are already hit. But if it's a movie like Smurf or something which my audience doesn't resonate with, so then I charge quite low.
So this is all Bollywood space.
Yeah.
Nothing has ever come from Hollywood or
Well,
other.
I've done for Martin Garrix, I've done for Alan Walker, I've done for Smurfs.
And what is that?
I've also done Hollywood songs, but you won't recognize that I'm doing those songs on my page if you see. Because I've done reels on World Cup, India winning World Cup.
Wow.
And the songs that were being played were English songs. So,
again, now that is different because the medium is different, or is it just song?
Yeah, it
like
is just song.
If it's
They
played
just
at an
want to
event,
amplify the song on Instagram.
So for you, it doesn't matter what medium it's being played at. Is it an event launch or is it for a music label? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And we were also discussing earlier about how creators want to be managed by agencies. Can you help me break down what does the agency creator setup looks like?
So if you are a creator who doesn't have registered as a business or doesn't have a GST number, doesn't know how to do invoicing, doesn't know how to approach the client, then agency is very helpful. They'll help you get brands, they'll help you do your invoicing, and they'll guide you through the content creation journey. But if you have all this with you, you don't need an agency. The reason is, if you are with an agency, you are stuck with that agency getting clients for you. And even if you go and approach other clients, you get more deals, still you have to pay a fixed commission to that agency who is managing you. So for me, it was not working because I was already working with the music labels. So if then I decided to go with an agency, I was giving a cut for what I've already built, just because they'll give me extra 2-3 more deals. I was not happy with that thing.
So help me unpack here. You are a brand in yourself. There is another agency coming and say, hey Hrishiraj, let's work together. I will give you X number of deals a month or whatever a year. So do they give you a certain money upfront?
Yes, they will. If they really want you to work with them, they will give you. Sony will directly contact me for reels, but they will also give me songs via other agencies because they have their deals with those agencies. That is okay. You can work on a reel basis with an agency, that's okay. But if you are signing a contract with an agency, it's a very different game, because then you have to rely on them to get brands. You have to give them commission cuts for everything. So that doesn't work with me because I already built a network of clients for myself.
Very important point I want to unpack here. When a creator is going through the route of the agency, by the way, were you managed by an agency before?
Yes.
Which agency was this?
It was WLDD. I still get promotions from them and brand deals, but they don't manage me anymore.
So how long was your setup with them?
I think it was like 2-3 months.
Oh, that was very short.
Yeah, very short.
In that time you realized that it's not working for you. So I think most of the creators, they assume that if they get an agency to work with, they are sorted. What is the payment cycle looking like? Is it like when I do a deal, immediately paisa will come?
Never.
Okay.
So typically it ranges from 45 to 60 days, but it can go up to 6 months.
And when an agency is coming on board with you, what are they really selling you? Are they selling the numbers? Are they selling the potential of what you can become? Like, what are they trying to...
It's a mix of everything. They say that you will get a lot of collabs. Then you will get to collab with other creators that they have to increase their audience, to get wider range of audience. Then they'll give you events, like you will be able to go to movie premieres. Then you will be called for an event, and that excites some of the creators. That's good if you want to show your face. If you want to go for an event, it's good to be managed.
In your case, that's not applicable.
Yeah,
you don't need to show
that,
your face
that is the reason. For 3 months where WLDD was managing me, I went to like 2-3 events, but then I realized it's not for me.
Not your thing.
I cannot converse with anyone. I'm really bad at that. Then I feel I'm disrespecting the other person, and that's not my intention. It's just that I'm not social at all.
I think as long as you know the space that you're operating in, that's more important.
Yeah.
And I think people love your work. That's the most important thing. When you realize that this setup is not working for you, deals were anyways coming to you before. So the agency was then becoming the middleman. To manage all these things. So typically when an agency is managing, let's say 4, 5, 6 creators and you are one of them, for example, you are very famous
Yeah.
and the others are not.
Yeah.
How does the dynamic work? You said that they want to pair up with each other,
Yeah.
create content. Is it useful for the bigger creator?
It depends on what kind of content you create. So if you reveal your face, if you want to go to events, like I said, it's also content for that creator to go to an event and then show, get ready with me and to the event, they vlog it all. So it's helpful for those. But if you look at artists who create art and craft, who are into animation and my kind of domain, it's really difficult, because then anyway we get lot lesser deals than the creators who have face value, because I don't have any face value. People recognize me through my page. They don't know who Hrishiraj is. They know what Pixoury is, but they will recognize any other creator with even half the followers that I have, because they are showing their face, they are interacting with people. So that helps in that domain. But if you are looking to create content in which you are not showing yourself a lot, then it's really good that you do it on your own.
I hope after this podcast, people will have a face to Pixoury, and this goes far and wide.
Yeah.
And there is a certain face value that you carry, because anyways, when we were also doing the work, when we were discussing at the IFP and other events as well, one of the things that did stand out for me was that you were very comfortable in accepting that you don't want to show your face, because you feel that work will go for me and my work is your reels. There is never a need for you to ever show yourself out there.
Correct.
Whether I think the Sunny Deol post that you put
Correct.
in, or the Martin Garrix post that you posted in, those were events that you did because you wanted to, or you were sharing your work with them.
Yeah, I wanted to. WLDD called me for Sunny Deol's event. So it was for Gadar 2. And I was so excited to meet him, because I used to watch a lot of Sunny Deol movies. So it was a moment which I didn't want to miss. So I insisted them to take me there and to meet. Same was with Martin. OML managed for that event, and OML made me go and meet Martin.
Now when you were talking about trends, and this is obviously one of the areas that you are dealing with, and you can see you've been about for 4-5 years now on the platform?
Yeah, 5 years.
What are some trends that you foresee with Instagram for creators who will join fresh?
Now I think Instagram has become a platform where if you follow the trend, you will get engagement. But I think that the trend is so fast that it will die down. The reason is there are too many repetitive reels that you will see. You will see motivational reels with some quotes. Then you will see other hundreds of pages creating the same reel with same caption, with same tone. So I think it will become so much that people will start going to other platforms like YouTube, where the content is meaningful. Right now it's just scrolling. I don't have anything to do. In 5 minutes I'll just scroll. It's like that. So I think it will die down slowly. But then even if we create good content on Instagram, now Instagram is offering 3-minute reel. So you can use licensed music for 3 minutes. That might change now. That might be the future, where you create longer reels where people can actually get useful or entertaining content.
Instagram is not a platform, right, where people go for long form content.
Yeah,
and they're trying to position themselves as a long form.
Yeah, now YouTube is trying to position itself as a short form content, because they are now rolling out shorts, YouTube shorts and all. And Instagram is allowing people to create longer form of content. So I think it's a battle between two platforms to balance themselves out.
I still feel that YouTube is a search platform.
Yeah, it is.
And the
3 minutes is short. It's still short. It's not long form, but it's in Instagram standard. It's long.
Instagram standard is long. That's a very valid point. With also all of the content that is being consumed, and you said that one of the trends is that pages will become similar and that will die down. The trends will die down very quickly. Do you see any other ways where creators can find value or can make a mark if they're starting afresh?
If they are starting fresh, I'll advise them to have a plan B, to exit Instagram.
To exit Instagram?
Yeah, because the reason is you can't depend on Instagram for a career of, let's say, 7 to 10 years. If you check trends, the faster the trend comes, the faster it dies down. It's really, it will be foolish to believe that this will work forever and we'll always be Instagram creators. That won't be the case. So there should be a plan B, where you generate an audience on Instagram, you get as many followers as you can, and then somehow, it's very difficult, I know, but somehow make them follow you on YouTube or other platforms and create better and longer form of that.
So there are quite a few creators who start newsletters. There are creators who start fashion brands, merchandises they end up selling. I think from what I'm listening to you, I'm understanding that Instagram can be used for distribution, but sustainability wise, you'll have to figure out some other ways to increase your business aspect. But with YouTube, I think we were discussing this earlier as well. With YouTube, the pattern seems different because there is longevity in the content. Like 2-year-old content can also surface up and increase your views.
Correct. The reason behind it is whenever you post a video on YouTube, you are actually putting a lot of effort. You are putting a lot of thought. Why will the audience watch my video for 10 long minutes? There should be something which engages and hooks the audience for 10 minutes. It's a really hard work, for 15 to 30 seconds you can create anything and still you will get views, but it's not something which will make audience, remember you for, it's always better to create on YouTube.
So do you have a plan B?
I have a plan B of YouTube and I'm failing at it really bad because it's extremely difficult to get audience on YouTube. I can say if I have 1.5 million followers on Instagram, I can't even do half of it, by creating same content. It's really difficult.
Also, I think the copyright strike challenge.
Yeah,
with the music
you can post it as shorts with licensed music, but then you won't get any money. It's like you have to create content for other labels for their YouTube pages, or then you have to produce your own music and videos to post it.
So then you were typically working like an agency creating content for other music labels on YouTube.
Correct.
So it's not authentically your content that you can post on your channel.
No.
But the money is still sweet.
Correct.
The opportunity at least is there for significantly number of years at least.
Yes.
Do you see yourself cashing out of this business as well? Because you see a trend that you said about 7 years, 6 years or whatever. How do you then sort of plan to branch out from this?
Yeah, so I'm planning to create like animated short films kind of thing on YouTube, but not something which the audience has seen earlier. It's very different from what you already have. So that is why it's difficult for me to explain what I'm going to create. But it will be something between 8 to 11 minutes.
Okay.
And then it won't be related to Bollywood because then I'll get copyright strikes. So it will be a completely unique concept. With the use of AI, with the skills that I have, I'm planning to create a long form of video.
Generally, a lot of creators go, this is one of the routes that I'm hearing as well, but some have now started to see also starting their own agencies.
Yeah,
is that on your mind as well?
Yes. Now I want to, take all the artists that are creating content on Instagram under the label of Pixoury. Then whenever I get brand deals, I will be able to give them also the brand deals, and that's how I'm planning. But let's see if this works. The reason is, generally if you don't have a page which shows your face or doesn't have a virality in terms of identity, like people know Hardik Vaidya, but people don't know Hrishiraj, let's say. So I will get a lot less deals, I will get paid less. That is the case. So now my battle is, getting those guys the money they deserve. Like even if they have similar kind of numbers with other content creators, they are not getting paid that much.
Because they don't have a face
value. So now I want to give them a platform where they will get an audience which is engaging with them every single day. That is how they will get paid more. Right now it's only if your 1 or 2 reels work, you get the virality for that moment, then it dies down. You will get brand deals between that period, and then those deals will also die down. But if you engage audience every single day, then it will be a very consistent way to generate money.
Interesting. The creator burnout or a founder burnout is a real challenge.
Yeah, it is.
Has it ever happened with you?
Yes, it happens every day for me.
Every day?
Every day.
Okay.
Because for first 3 years I created a video every single day. I didn't take any day off. I went to honeymoon and I was creating reels.
Are you serious?
Yes. So that was kind of my lifestyle back then. But now I give myself breaks.
And
but
is
only
that
breaks help.
For getting new ideas?
Yeah, new ideas. Because then you're creating same repetitive content. If you create every single day, there's nothing new. You have to take a break, you have to pause, you have to observe, what's going on, new trend, what Gen Z is doing, they are creating a new trend so I have to follow, I have to watch web series which are catering to them, I have to watch podcasts which are catering to Gen Z, so to understand what's going through their minds.
It's very interesting because I'm hearing a couple of things that stand out to me.
Yeah.
One is that you're not thinking purely as an artist or a creator.
No.
But you have a business hat of understanding trends and psychology and patterns, and then using that to adapt your style.
Because I have never been an artist. I don't call myself as an artist because there's so many better artists than me who don't have followers, who don't have the engagement. That is why they are struggling on Instagram. And I believe they should get more attention than me.
Talk to me about this point. You said that they have lesser followers than you, they deserve more, but they're not getting it. Where do you think is the challenge here?
Consistency, because if you're creating a really good art, you will take 2-3 days, 5 days to create it. And Instagram is such a platform, if you don't post every single day, you will eventually lose out. That is the only reason I feel. Because if you look at my content, and I'll show you 2-3 other accounts which I really like, and compare my work with them, I stand nowhere. They're so much better than me.
I love your humility, man. I think it's very interesting.
It's not humility, it's just the truth. Everyone can see it.
You're very real, actually.
Everyone can see it. It's not humility. You can watch it yourself.
I love how real you are. Let's put it that way. You are aware of where you stand, your work, and you're still able to justify that your effort is valued for the years that you've put in and the work that you create. But at the same time, you see amazing artists that you think are definitely doing better work than you.
Yeah.
Interesting perspective to have.
Only if they become consistent, I will go out of Instagram. I'm sure.
So for you think consistency is the place where you sort of moved forward compared to other people?
Yes.
Wow. When you say plan B and that's the business that you're looking out for, is there something that you're working on right now, immediately?
Yes, so I follow Sai Baba, Shirdi Sai Baba a lot. Like everything related to me is around him. So now I'm planning to start a page where there's a such charitra of him. So I'm planning to create such charitra in my style, which everyone can understand in 6 different languages. And it won't be to generate any monetary gains, but it will be just to see if I can pull it out. Like because it's like 53 chapters which are very long. I'll need to create like 30-40 illustrations per chapter. I'm just checking if I'm capable of creating something that is so huge. And if I can do that, then I can certainly create movies or something like that.
Very interesting. Tell me, if someone is now using AI and they're feeling threatened because of the work that they're doing, what advice would you like to give to them?
You should be threatened if you are a mediocre copywriter or mediocre artist, then you should feel threatened because AI will snatch your work. The logos that we were getting for 500 rupees, even for free, those logos can be replicated by AI in seconds. But if you are a genuine copywriter, if you are a really good voice artist, if you are really good at creating logos which are unique, you convey the brand's message, you convey the brand identity in such a way that you just look at the trademark and you understand about the company, then it's very difficult for AI to compete with you. And you will get paid even more now, because now every other brand will look the same because they are using AI's logo and AI's voiceover, and your brand will have a human touch to it which is very unique, and then you will stand out. You will get paid more. I actually got paid more after the Ghibli trade.
Really?
Yes.
Because that you were standing out for authenticity.
Yeah, because Instagram was filled with Ghibli ads, and then something like Pixoury to watch was a refreshing thing. I never thought my art will be refreshing compared to the Ghibli style, but AI made it possible because it bombed so many Ghibli arts in a day on Instagram that people were bored. It was causing strain on their eyes to watch.
And now that you are at 1.5 million, and I hope you keep growing, do you plan to leverage this in any way, the community that you've built in or the followers that you've built in?
I tried by leveraging them with a t-shirt brand. It was called Curry Outfit. But then margins are so low in t-shirts because it's a mass-produced, very common commodity. So it was really difficult for me.
So what sort of money do you typically make on a t-shirt then?
I used to sell like four to 500 t-shirts a month, and then get paid like 6,000-7,000, which was nothing.
That was your profits that you were making.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a lot of effort and time that goes in, so it didn't make any sense to me, so I stopped that. Then I tried doing tutorials, but in India it's really difficult if you're teaching a software to people, because they don't have the devices which can have those kind of softwares, and then the subscription of that software is also too high for them. So if you start planning out, doing tutorials in this space, it's really difficult.
So these are the two ways that you thought of monetizing.
But then both of them failed, so I gave up.
Then
I posted a tutorial for free on YouTube for everyone.
Okay.
If you have the device and the software, you can do that.
Correct. But have you figured if there is another way to make
another way for me is to get corporate deals, like make videos for companies. I get a lot of offers for wedding videos, but I don't do them because I haven't met them personally, so I don't know how they look. I'll draw something which might not look like them and then get a lot of revision. So I avoid that. But now I'm looking for corporate deals where I can go to office, or let's say if they make tablets or something like that, to go to their office, teach them how they can create content for their company, which will be engaging to the audience and something like that.
Well, this has been fun, Hrishiraj. It's been a pleasure chatting. And thank you so much for sharing everything that you've said.
Thank you for calling me. Thank you for making me feel comfortable.